Hey guys, this is 49ers United, and I'm coming to you guys with this video on my thoughts on the Seahawks versus the 49ers. Let's just focus first. Alright, so I think the 49ers will be able to, honestly, at the beginning of the year, I didn't think the 49ers would be able to pull off a win against the Seahawks. But looking into it now, I think that we can. But looking into it now, I do think, again, that we can. The reason I do is because the Seahawks barely could beat the Dolphins, and they lost to the Rams. The 49ers beat the Rams. So, I know it's kind of a weird logic, but, I mean, it just seems like now we can beat the Seahawks now, and, like I said, they could barely beat the Dolphins. So, if you can barely beat the Dolphins, how are you going to beat another team? Because we're not worse than the Dolphins. We might have a worse record last season, but our team has more potential, in my opinion. Russell Wilson is still an amazing quarterback, and I know I'm using Colin Kaepernick as a figure here, but I don't have a Blaine Gabbert one. But anyways, Richard Sherman will probably play tight coverage like always. We don't have, our receivers are okay, to be honest. I really can't name any of them right now. I could name Anquan Bolden before, and the only one now I can really name is Torrey Smith. But, yeah, Vance McDonald, I mean, at first, a while back, he wasn't much of a help to the team, but now, I mean, he's gotten a lot better, making big plays. And the Seahawks, like I said, they're just not the same team they were 2 years ago. Neither are we, obviously, but, I mean, even last season, they made it all the way to the playoffs, but now they're just falling apart. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't go back this year, which is good for us because even if we don't go to the playoffs, if the Seahawks do worse, we obviously do better. But our rushing game will probably be pretty good. Defense, I know we couldn't really stop the Panthers, but I think we can, stop the Seahawks a little bit better just because, they're not the Panthers and, they have some dominant forces on the Panthers. So do the Seahawks, but I think we still can shut him down a little bit more. Colin Kaepernick, my thoughts on him is I wish whether you believe in his protests or not, I wish he'd stick to football, right now too. That's just like all he talks about. He doesn't ever talk about how the 49ers are doing. He's always just talking about the protest. And whether you agree or not with that, if you're a 49ers fan, I think you kind of wish he was, at least focusing on half and half, not focusing on just the Black Lives Matter topic. But 49ers win. I'm going to predict the final score will be, let me just think for a second. All right, I think the final score will be 21-13. Now, I mean, you can kind of figure out how the points work and stuff, but I think it's going to be 21-13, 49ers win. And that, to be honest, that'd be amazing because that'd be the first win we had against the Seahawks, and I can't even remember how long now. It's been a long time. And, they beat us in the NFC Championship. They beat us both times last year. This cycle needs to end, and hopefully we'll be able to pull off a win today. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Go Niners.